Mayor Pro Tem Andy Gibbs to lead us in prayer. Please stand to the light.
Dear Father, thank you for this evening. Thank you for bringing us together. Lord, I ask you to be with us as we make decisions as best for our community. Lord, I just ask you to put your arms around all the ones that are affected by the lane still, Lord, and that you can allow them to have a peace about themselves, Lord, and that we're doing everything we can to help them to better their lives, Lord. And Lord, I just ask you to be with us continuously throughout each week, everything that we do, and we do it in your glory. And we pray.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Council, you've had time to review the minutes from the November 21st, 2024 and December 5th, 2024 regular meetings. Are there any additions or deletions at this time? Hearing none, seeing none, they're approved by acclamation. The minutes for the December 19th regular meeting are still with one. Item 3, bids, contracts, agreements, and expenditures. Any consideration of bids for advanced meter infrastructure, equipment, and monitoring service for the city of Valdosta. Chuck Dennings, our finance director. Was that Chuck? How you doing?
So far, so good. How about you, Mr. Mayor? As we discussed today, this is a bid for the city's advanced or automated meter infrastructure. The city put out a bid and received 8 responsive bids. These were narrowed down to 2 and evaluated by a committee consisting of Councilman Andy Gibbs, Thomas McIntyre, our city manager, Richard Harding, our utilities director, Jason Barnes, our city engineer, Ben O'Dowd, and me. The city scored the responses and selected 2 finalists. These were both then site visited with cities in South Florida using the system. These same 2 then came and made presentations to the committee, which were also evaluated. And the committee is recommending an award to Delta Municipal Supply for the provision of endpoints and meters for future expansion. We have to take any questions you may have.
Awesome. Questions for Chuck? We hear it now, Tuesday, Chuck.
Thanks, sir.
Council, is yours for action.
Mayor, I make a motion that we approve the bids.
Second. Motion and second. All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. Chuck, thank you. Thank you. Item B, consideration of a request to purchase structural firefighting gear from the Valdosta Fire Department. That's not Brian Bell.
Yes, sir. Good morning, you guys. Good afternoon, Mayor, Council. Looking for you on this evening with the request to purchase 30 sets of structural firefighting gear for our fire service personnel. The gear has been deemed very reliable, very durable. It adheres to the standards of NFPA 1971, which is the standards for our structural gear. Has a 10-year shelf life, as well as a 10-year warranty, as well as $99,609 was budgeted for, and the cost of it is $96,210, which is roughly around $3,000 savings for the city. I don't entertain any questions at this time.
Council, questions on gear? None. Council, it's yours for action.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we move this to second.
Motion and second. All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. Chief, thank you. Move on to local funding request. Item A, consideration of a request for deletion of chapter 328 and state buffers and screening of land development regulations of the city of Valdosta. I'll entertain a motion to take this request off the table.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Your question.
Take it off the table.
Take it off the table. Motion and second, all in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. But now, may or may not present now. Come to the podium to present.
I'm taking the next one too, sir, so I'll just stick around.
Good deal, hang around.
Man, we'll be
All right.
taking it to the next.
Yeah, we want the date, February 21st. All right, I make a motion, we table it to February 21st.
Second. Motion and second, all in favor of that date? All in favor, that's unanimous. All right, item B, consideration of request to approve the submission of a grant application for the Georgia Transportation Infrastructure. Right?
Yes. As discussed on Tuesday, this is a request for city staff to submit an application for the GTIB loan fund. Again, as discussed on Tuesday, we're not applying for a loan, we're applying for a grant. The program allows for applications for grant only, with 0% matching funds. So effectively, we are asking for money. We're hopeful to receive some, obviously. I can elaborate or answer any questions that we can answer on Tuesday regarding the GTIB.
Council, any questions for them? Thank you. Council, your direction.
Mayor, make a motion to approve the request as presented.
Second. Motion is second, all in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. Thank you. Now move on to the citizens to be heard portion of the evening. Yes, you come forward, state your name and address, and we'll back for the record, our policy requires you stay under 3 minutes, so that others have time to be heard. Please direct all comments to council as a whole. Do not attempt to engage individual members of council in debate. Follow through with you and your concern immediately after. Additionally, we ask any groups that want to address the council designate one spokesperson again, so that others have time to be heard. With that being said, are there any citizens wishing to be heard tonight? Seeing none, we'll close out that portion of the evening and we'll move on to the city manager's report.
Thanks, good evening, Mayor. Yes, we have a few items that's taking place, a few events taking place downtown and throughout the city. The Valdosta Main Street downtown, Valdosta sidewalk sales will take place Saturday, January the 11th. The time is from 10 a.m. in the morning to 5:30 in the afternoon. Residents and visitors are encouraged to shop down and enjoy local establishments and vendors downtown. Our holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. holiday closure, City Hall, office at City Hall throughout the city will be closed in observance. Essential services such as police, fire, safety, and sanitation will continue to operate as scheduled. The last item, love where you live, our monthly road cleanup. We invite everyone to come out and participate. This will take place January the 25th. The time is from 9 a.m. in the morning to 11 o'clock. The meeting point is 1905 North Ashley Street. Volunteers will clean Meredith Street from East Park Avenue to East College Street. Invite everyone to come out and support this initiative. That's all I have.
That's it. We'll move on to council comments. Council, start down at Thomas. Good.
Mayor, when we discussed Tuesday, they started sending out notifications for the right of acquisition on Rockland.
Refer to the city manager.
I just want to make sure that if anyone sees it, to be, done. Basically, should we get that done, basically move on with the construction.
And what I'll do is I'll check with the guy to see if we started that. And I'll make sure I send something out.
Yeah, just a question for, I guess, maybe Richard or Ian, whichever one. When are we gonna start? I mean, it is country club, I know we've approved everything and all that, but it's the actual thing that's starting.
We've got pre-con for Country Club with JWA tomorrow. We've got River Street scheduled for next week. Originally, River Street was scheduled for this week. We've got RPI, emergency repair work establishing bypass for the sewer collapse, which is identified on the 30-inch line, or the 30-inch line. So we've got to pivot to that, but obviously takes priority. We have a sewer that's actually stuff into the creek. We need to recognize that here. I don't anticipate having to sign contracts in the next week. And contract can be issued notice to proceed next week or the week after. So to answer your question, my hope is to get both of those contractors mobilized before the end of January. Yes, sir. Good.
Just got people asking.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've been by Orzo recently, but Southern Concrete's making excellent headway on that bridge repair. We've actually be done sometime maybe in February. The difficulty with that, letting your constituents know the work will be visually complete much earlier than it will be open for public use because the concrete has to cure. We have to get appropriate breaks on the concrete, usually we wait for 30 minute break on concrete pours. We can do an early break just to make sure that it's curing out with appropriate strength so that it's safe for travel. So all that being said, we'll have the bridge to where it looks fixed, but we can't open it for use until we get those early breaks to confirm that the concrete has the strength that it needs. Does that make sense?
That 30 days after.
Usually you wait for a 30-day break, you can do a 7-day early break to see how the strength trajectory is.
Okay, so we don't, so if we tell people that it's gonna be done by February, it's really not March.
No, February, however, it would be a target, based on the pace of the thing. I mean, again, I have a pre-con meeting, 7 concrete on Monday, and they had a gap in their schedule, they've got a 2-week gap, they're trying to fill that gap with that other facility strongly mobilizing the project. We're very fortunate with scheduling and Southern Concrete is, if you're not familiar, they are the premier bridge contractor south of Macon, and so they stay incredibly busy. And so we're very much large related. Exit 1 did bridges in the air, so we very big bridges. This was a kind of a small filling project. They started their new often, so we're very fortunate in the schedules and how we work.
They had all of it.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for signing.
Yep.
Charm, thank you for your, just putting on social media as well. And Chief Manhan, thank you for the radar over in that subdivision. It had me with my phone calls and texts.
Mayor, of course, I understand some could not make the meetings where Richard and Chuck, Catherine, were doing discussions and presentations regarding SBL 581. But the majority by now have been briefed on House Bill 581. For those who did not make those meetings and have read any of the local newspaper publications, this is where we're hearing about our school systems using the hot college with the floating homestead exemption. All the research that staff has done, we have done, I know Andy and Eric and I, all three of us know, Eric, you're not Eric, Nick has been in on this, that this is something that 63% of Pennsylvania voters voted for as a referendum on the ballot this past November. And that I think the best course of action for not just our taxpaying, property tax-paying citizens, but the city as a whole, is that we can move forward with this. We've got a timeline to work with, and I'd like to ask that we place this on our agenda for our next meeting.
You said that the school system opt out.
Right.
Okay. I did have to talk to them now, we just want to see that in our conversation, and never came up with the school system and different things. But that's okay, I'll talk to them again. So I see more information now, it's more.
Well, it impacts school systems differently than it does the county government or the city government. The primary thing is that they're not eligible for a floating sales tax, which is also part of House Bill 581. Only the cities and county governments are eligible to participate in that sales tax.
The other thing is, according to our legislators, House Bill 987 is what some of the school systems are waiting to come out in this session, which is going to effectively be able to bring everything up to 10%. Or 10% versus 15%. So they're waiting for that as well. To make this.
Well, March 1st is the deadline. If we do nothing, we're automatically out of the and that's what some decisions.
So what I'm saying is there's something different that's being cast. This will be, I'll get a little bit of discussion.
In the meeting that Richard shut that day, we came to a conclusion that maybe we should send a letter of intent from the city of Valdosta, including the intent of other surrounding municipalities. And as soon as the county received that letter, I think it should be made public. And I do this because a lot of people, they need to understand that if this goes a different direction, that it wasn't the desire of the city of Valdosta.
It'll go on. Terry's here tonight.
Well, and I understand, if I'm correct, is that me, Howard, and Margaret both in support.
Right. Our desire is to stay in. We'll get on the form with House Bill 581.
You have to consent it, right?
I don't think it's all right. It says 63% voted for it.
Right.
Right. Well done, everybody. The only thing I pressed for when I tried the school systems was a 65 plus opt out. If you get a chance, I'm only 62, so shut up. So, I give a chance, that would be the carrot for telling 63%.
Only the people under 65.
So what they're saying is the city of Valdosta is opting in.
Mistake.
That is, I think it's the best course of action.
It's just a matter of whether you want to opt out. You're automatically. The only option is to opt out. If we're in, but the county decides to opt out, then we're all out.
Well,
Unless we go to our legislators.
no, we're not out of the floating homestead exemption. We're just out of the opportunity to do the floating homestead census.
Yeah.
So, nothing on there, so.
I think Council Carroll should just put it as an agenda topic, so there'll be a resolution to stay in, obviously you're in all anyway, but I think we're trying to, for the public, is that the cities are in.
Official action.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Let's go.